Hello, like I said in the previous video, I'm going to demonstrate how to use Boachsoft Bizcom 2017. Now, let's start things right away. So we right click. So that is our the splash screen of Boachsoft Bizcom 2017. All rights reserved. Says authentic copy with the name of the person who purchased it. Okay, so help, we go to help, about, and you see we have about Boachsoft Bizcom 2017 with Boachsoft founder and CEO's picture on the right. Now, we'll come back to this screen later. So Boachsoft Bizcom 2017 is similar to Boachsoft Bizcom 2015, but it is newer with more improvements, with more features. Okay, so now on the left we have the screen, the window that hold our fields. This is where we'll type our templates, and then the underlying HTML code. Now let me remind you of the purpose of this program. This helps you to extend the functionality of existing databases or existing software. If you have software on your desktop or wherever, you want to send a message, an email to all customers or to just a group of customers within your database. The software hasn't got that feature. If you purchase Boachsoft Bizcom 2017, it's going to help you. It's going to do just that for you. If you want to print letters to send to your tenants or to send to your customers, you can do that right from here. So in effect, it helps you, like I said earlier, to extend the features of the existing software that you have or existing databases. Now, this is where you type your templates. Okay, this is where the message or the letter that you're going to deliver to your customers is going to be typed. Okay, now the good thing is you're not going to type. If you have 1,000 customers, 100,000 customers, you don't have to type a message and alter all the fields, each time and send it or send them. Well, you can just type them once. If you have to print it to several people, just type them one with the variables. So we kick things off by connecting to our database. Okay, now let me tell you something about this program. Okay, now here we have the underlying HTML code. So one new feature is that in the 2017 version, you have access to the formatting HTML, the underlying HTML code. Okay, now on the formatting bar, this is the formatting bar. Okay, you can choose your font, the style, you can change the alignment, and we have two new buttons. This sets the foreground color, and then this sets the background color of the current text. Okay, so formatting is much easier in the 2017 edition of the software. Now you have access to the underlying HTML like we said earlier. Okay, if you want any special formatting that the formatting tools don't provide, you can type HTML code into this window and it will display as you want. For example, if you want to insert a table, you could do that right here, and we'll be demonstrating it in just a few minutes. Okay, so now the first three buttons will use it to create a new connection, open an existing connection, save connection. Okay, now we'll explain why you need to save it. Well, when you start using the software, when you create a connection, when you insert fields, you define several things. Okay, now all these are saved together with your connection parameters. Okay, so the next time if you want to use the same connection for another template, you don't have to redefine it. Now the next three buttons are used to create a new templates, open and save respectively. Okay, now that's the help button. Now use this to generate messages from data sets. That's to print all, and then this is what to email all. Okay, now before we can send emails, we have to set up our system. So we go to email setup, and then this is where we set up our email. Okay, so we want to send emails to customers. So we've got to fill the name field, the email address field, SMTP server host, the port, the username, password. Okay, and here we check use TLS. This is an example. If you want to print reports, we've got to set up the printer. So here we've selected Microsoft XPS document writer. I'll be printing to the screen. Okay, now so we have our window. Now let's quickly connect to a database. Now, so the whole point is creating a template. The whole point is making use of existing databases. Okay, so we're going to demonstrate it. In our first scenario, we're going to print letters to customers, to a group of customers. So let's begin. We click new, and it says if you don't find your DSN in the list, just type it out. This is the 32-bit version. Okay, so these are these DSN business. This is what we'll be connecting to: host, user, password. Well, those have already been defined in the DSN. Okay, ODBC. Now this provides us with the tables in the database, and we're going to use the subscribers table. Now, if one particular table has got all the information you need or all the fields you need, you can ask your database administrator to join two fields together, two tables together. Okay, well, to combine them, right? Just use another word into one so that you can use them. Now, so we've selected the subscribers table. So we have our fields listed here. Now we're going to create our templates. Now, so we begin. Now we type something like hello, and then we insert our first variable. This is the customer's first name, so we've inserted the first name. Okay, now it's a variable character, and we define it. So we bring a comma, and we say this is a message to you from let's say the firm. Okay, it doesn't really matter. Then we say sincerely management. Okay, so this is okay. Now, so this is a typical scenario. We have a message. We want to print a message using fields from a database, from an existing database, or using data in another software that we use. But the software lacks the feature that we want. Okay, so we've created our template. Now we aren't done yet. So now we want to insert a table. So this is where the underline HTML feature comes in. Okay, this is a very useful feature. So we'll just insert our table here. We have it already typed out, HTML code. We'll insert it here. Sincerely, okay. So and then we go back. Yes. So we do have our table defined here. Okay. And we want to change the font to Tahoma, and then the size, well, a bit bigger. I think we prefer 14. Now, so that is just a demonstration of how to format it using the underlined HTML. Now we want to highlight the first name field, so we're going to give it a yellow background. We click this, which is the background field. We select yellow, and that is it. So it will be highlighted. Now we want to fill in some details. So this will be the first name, last name, then telephone, address, and then outstanding charge. Okay, so we're going to insert the variables here. We click insert the first name to insert the variable. Is a variable character. Okay, now so there's a constant and there's a variable. When we say a variable, it means what? Something that's going to change. Okay, so this is the message that's going to be delivered to all customers, but the software is going to fill in the variables which we've placed in it, which happen to be database fields with the correct data. We do the same for last name. We want to insert last name, so we click here just to insert last name. It's going to be a character. Fine. And we go to telephone. This is a tel. Insert it here. Then address. We click insert. If we inserted it, then there's also outstanding charge. So we click our account balance and click insert. But outstanding charge account is going to be a double. By a double, we mean real numbers. And what are real numbers? They are numbers with decimal parts and with integer parts and fractional parts. Okay, now we want a precision of 2 because it's going to be money. Click OK. And we want to insert the $sign before it so that it will display appropriately. Okay, and we want this field highlighted. We want the background to be blue. So to do that, we click here, then we select a nice blue background, and then we give it a foreground color of yellow. Voila! So our template is ready, but we want the space to be bold. So we click bold. This message, we wanted the font to be red, foreground color red, so it's going to be red.